Hello, hello, earthquake country. This is my report to the solar justice team. I was asked to go to the Berkeley climate action planning group and they had the program at the Roberts campus. And it was not the worst thing I've ever been to, but it was very, very bad. It had about 150, 200 people there. And night before last, I was at the Occupy Wall Street event where Harvey Wasserman spoke. And Harvey Wasserman is just a wonderful, absolutely amazing organizer and leader and thinker. He came up with a phrase last night, PG&E, People's Green Energy. And he just has a nice sense of humor. So tonight at the Berkeley thing, there was a presentation on a woman who went to the Lima event and the road to Paris. And it was a total disastrous presentation. She said absolutely nothing that was socially useful. And basically, she didn't say it, but basically she insinuated that there will never be a useful agreement will come out of Paris because it's all centralized, top-down, male-dominated, governments and corporations pushing their corporate line, and there's no discussion about the need for decentralized agreements, the need for cities to come up with a solution to climate warming, and then from the information growing from the cities, then going up to the state level, and up to the federal level, and then up to the UN level. This top-down from the United Nations stuff, she implied, would never work. And of course, there was no mention of the leadership being provided by countries like Scotland and Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Germany, and the fact that China has manufactured 51 gigawatts of solar panels. I mean, that is a fact that should be on everybody's lips. Please get out a piece of paper and write that down. That China has manufactured 51 gigawatts of solar panels. And then the U.S. responded by passing a tariff against Americans being able to buy solar panels made in China. I mean, you can buy an iPhone made in China. You can buy anything you want made in China, but you cannot buy solar panels made in China. Almost everything you buy in this country is made in China. But you can't buy solar panels made in China. Why? Because that's the #1 solution to the climate emergency. So, of course, the Americans will go and discriminate against that. And there was several people who had been to Germany and at the thing and mentioned that there are cities in Germany that are 100% solar and wind powered, like Schönau, which was nice to hear some recognition that Germany is providing great leadership. Nobody mentioned that California has passed a solar payment policy, also called a feed-in tariff, Assembly Bill 327, and which is a guiding document we should be looking at, but nobody mentioned that. And they kept talking about there's no money for climate change, and yet there's no money needed if people harvest. If people have solar panels and harvest solar energy and then feed it onto the grid, you don't need money to create climate change and stop the emergency, because the money is being created from the solar panels and the money is being generated from the sun. So they were constantly complaining about there's not enough money. Which is silly. And there was no mention of the need to turn the market on in solar. Okay, there's my report on the Berkeley climate action lack of a plan.